Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Moon. Serena here. And it's me, Sailor Starfighter Dustin here. And today we're going to talk about, you know, we're going to talk about only girls, can be, or girls or women that can be sailor fighters, and how how the oversight was broken. Now, I don't really take too much stock. I don't put really too much stock into, the oversight that a lot of folks say that NAOKO TAKEUCHI came up with. And the truth is, I don't really put any stock in it at all. I mean, it's not like it's a law, where you have to follow it and you have to uphold it. It isn't like the Toei business and Adeline Niall Golding's business can, lawfully make you follow it. And let's keep in mind that the oversight that some folks in the Sailor Moon followership put a lot of stock in, well, that oversight was broken long ago. It was broken as early as between 95 YL when Sailor Stars happened. It's true the English world didn't really get Sailor Stars until years later by Viz getting the rights for it. But keep in mind, there was Fighter for Love follower dubs, and they mostly would be the first ones to English it. Okay, not the true English it though, because the true one would be Viz. And keep in mind, whatever offshoot of Sailor Stars you happen to see, Dustin over here, along with Jordan and Julian, the Sailor Starlights, also known as the Free Lights, sometimes known as the Tri-Lights, broke the oversight. The oversight that a lot of Sailor Moon followers happen to have a lot of stock in, Not all of them, but some of them do. So, it was broken, and what happened? Well, truth is, nothing happened. Now, to folklore, to Sailor Moon folklore out there, or to sagas and tales, NAOKO TAKEUCHI, who didn't care how Toei did the 4 followings of Sailor Moon. Didn't really care about the freedoms that Toei was making with it. But oh no, the Sailor Starlights, they had to be the same way they were in the books. And that apparently was what both sides couldn't get along over. Well, that's folklore right there. At least I believe it's folklore. And that oversight was broken, and nothing really came out of it, And some Sailor Moon followers out there, they put a lot of stock into it, And a lot of them believe in it so much that if you don't follow it, some of them out there will get irked or angered. Say you're sliding, say that you're breaking the oversight. It's a slight on NAOKO TAKEUCHI or TAKEUCHI or however you go by saying her kin name. Right, Dustin? Oh, yeah. Me and Jordan and Jillian, we were the first men sailor fighters, And we broke the oversight, what we walked, so folks like Ernest could be Sailor Earth, or Calvin Cosler Snoop Dogg could be Sailor Sun, And I'm thankful to break that oversight, because I don't really see why you can't have boys or men as sailor fighters. I don't really see why you cannot. I mean, take the Might Keepers. I mean, you have men and women Might Keepers, right? And that was what they did for about 30 years. So, anyway, at the end of the day, I broke the oversight. Jordan broke the oversight. Julian broke the oversight. I broke the oversight. deal with it, The oversight was broken by Toei themselves when we became men sailor fighters. Now, I know in the books, a lot of folks will say, oh, in the books, you were women who somehow made yourselves look like you were men. Well, if that was true, which it is in the books, it didn't shift over to the drawing show. Hell, it didn't shift over to Sailor Stars, and it didn't truly shift over to, Stars. So, yeah, deal with it, And I just want to say that you don't have to follow the oversight. I know some folks in the Sailor Moon followership make a big thing out of it, but it's not a law. And there's no way that Toei business or Aldling Niall Golding's business can make anyone follow the oversight if they choose not to. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, it's not only, you're right, Sailor Starfighter. You're right, Dustin. It's not like it's a law, like, a Gavin Reichshire near law. It's not like some followership oversight on some website or something, where they can uphold it, and you would have to follow it, I mean, at the end of the day, why can't there be men sailor fighters or sailor keepers or whatever you want to call them? I mean, yes, I get it. NAOKO Takeuchi wanted to make women offshoot of the Might Keepers. But hey, that doesn't mean everybody has to follow the oversight. Now, and let's be earnest about that. I mean, there are men sailor fighters. And Dustin over here, Sailor Star Fighter, happens to be the first man sailor fighter or boy sailor fighter there is. And everybody was giving Ernest a hard time as Sailor Earth. Well, not everyone, but some folks were. And by the time, Snoop Dogg, Calvin Cosler came along as Sailor Sun, yeah, no one really gave a two shits about that. And as far as it being a slight, on NAOKO Takeuchi, it's not. I think NAOKO Takeuchi or Takeuchi, she would be open-minded enough to hear or at least read everyone or see everyone's take on Sailor Moon, even if it's not her take, even if it's not Toei's take, and I think she's got that open-mindedness. I mean, you have to have that open-mindedness when you make something that the whole world then sees as a drawing show or reads it as a book, or sees it as a play or a song play or whatever, or sees it as a farcier show. You got to have the open-mindedness that there's going to be folks that their take on it isn't the take from the books or the films or the plays or the games or whatever. So yeah. I mean, as long as folks aren't going against ownership and double right, well then who cares how their take on Sailor Moon is? I would think that NAOKO Takeuchi or Takeuchi, how are you taking she, I would believe that she would be open-minded to a lot of takes on Sailor Moon, even if they don't match up with her take or Toei's take or whatever. So, yeah, the oversight's broken. If some of you folks out there don't like it, that's just too bad. Deal with it, like I say. So anyway, all right, let us know what you think about only girls can be sailor fighters and that we broke the oversight. This will be the last time we talk about this film. Talk about this before we can move on. See you all later.